Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Black 2 Nuzlocke. Sorry for the absence for the last few days. I've been dealing with some real life issues, trying to get a bunch of doctor appointments set up for my visa application. I'll go into that a little bit later. So on the last episode, I believe we finished off that gym, the electric gym. The one led by Elisa, the model. I remember seeing that Bush was here, about to get shit done. Alright. We'll get shit done right now. Team Plasma, sure. Questions, okay. Alright, feel my rage. Good stuff. I actually don't know which direction I'm supposed to go. I think I go left. Like, I'm pretty sure right is a dead end, right? Alright, we'll figure it out after we beat these Plasma fools. Well, it's got still 2 years ago. Holy shit. Holy shit, there's some stuff going down right now. Let me just quickly adjust what the fuck is going on, man. My computer's like tripping out here. Alright, let's close some shit in the background. Excuse my clicking here, and hopefully you guys can't hear that too loud. Jesus, dude, this thing is not chilling out at all. Alright, alright. Hopefully that's okay. You know, like if I was more of a professional, maybe I would just re-record that, but I'm definitely not in that sort of a mood right now. Oh, God, it's been very exhausting these last few days. So basically, I'm preparing for a move to Sydney, Australia in the next month or so. I got into medical school there. That's what I'm about to study. I just finished my undergrad a few months ago, about just May of this year. And you know, I've always wanted to go to med school. I've been going through the application process, and you know, Sydney Medical School accepted me. So I'm starting there late January, early February. So seeing as how it's December now. Oh, sorry. We don't want roll the takedown. We don't give a shit about this move. Seeing as how it's already December, I have a little bit less than a month, a little bit more than a month before I gotta fly away. So before I go, you know, the immigration department of Australia requires me to do a bunch of special doctor appointments just to make sure, like, I'm not carrying any infectious diseases and I'm gonna be a healthy, productive member of society, basically all that stuff. So for the last couple of days, that's basically what I've been sorting out. Had to get a test for tuberculosis. I went to some shady ass clinic, just like in my town, and I actually tested positive for it, but I think it was more like the doctor was just being on the extra cautious side. I definitely don't have tuberculosis. It's very uncommon out here in Western countries. What the fuck? Why did that do so little? I'm gonna switch out. I'm not really paying too much attention here, but seems like I'm getting my shit pushed in by this thing. Oh, Holy is so low level. Alright, come on out, Holy. Did he use Super Fang on me? I wasn't even paying attention. Aw, dude, come on, man. Don't be like this. Don't do me dirty like this. Yeah, Super Fang is a cool move. It basically makes it so that it halves whatever HP that you have remaining. So you see how that looks like it did a huge amount, and it did because I was full health, but it does exactly half. So this will do half of that, you'll see. Yeah. This is really annoying, actually. I guess I just keep fresh watering up. No big deal. So yeah, I was at the clinic. Basically, if you've never had the TB test done before, and I would imagine that not many of you have, because if you live in a Western country, you probably wouldn't ever need to do that in your life. But they like prick the underside of my skin with some sort of injection, and then after 2 days, you have to return back to the clinic and they see how red it becomes. They measure how far the redness has spread, and if it's spread beyond 10 millimeters or 1 centimeter, I don't know how, like half an inch or some shit like that, then you have TB. I actually looked this up later. Like I looked this up while I was waiting during those 2 days because I wanted to know if maybe I was positive or not. And basically what it was is that 15 millimeters is positive for anybody. 10 millimeters is positive for people that come from a high-risk country, so if you're a recent immigrant. And then 5 millimeters is positive for like people who are immunocompromised, like people who are HIV positive and stuff like that. And I knew this information when he told me that 10 millimeters was positive, but I didn't want to be one of those patients that are like, oh, you know, I look these things on the internet, I look these things up on the internet, so, you know, I know better than you, the doctor. So I didn't say anything, but it just basically became a bigger hassle. Like, I luckily already had the follow-up procedure done the day before, just because I needed to do it for another immigration thing. But, you know, it's just a little bit of a hassle, basically. Yeah, I don't know why they require so much for just a student visa here. My girlfriend, who's coming with me to Australia, she applied for a working holiday visa, and she didn't have to get anything done. Like, they didn't ask for much at all. I don't know. Maybe it's just they want their students to be... What? What is this? I said yes, but I have no idea what a hidden grotto is. Okay. Oh, I got fly. This is significant. I totally didn't... Wait, what? Can I use fly already? No way, right? Are you gonna show me the hidden grotto even though I told you I don't know what it is already? Bianca, man, come on, don't be like this. Sound is coming from somewhere here. Sure. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening here. Now, like, this is around the time when... Is this just like the secret base shit from 3rd gen? Yeah, this is definitely the secret base shit from 3rd... Oh! No, it's not. There's Pokemon in here. Wait. Should I just catch this thing? I don't want this thing. Like, I know what that is. It's called a Chinchino, or like a Minchino. I forgot what which one is fully evolved, which one's not. It's decent. It's not bad, but like I don't really want it. So I'm not gonna encounter it. Yeah, that doesn't. Wait, how do I know that there's a narrow path there? Is it just this blue shit here? Okay, well we'll see what our first encounter is here instead. Oh, okay, sure. I'll take this thing instead, I guess. This is the psychic type of this generation. I think I said before that it was the what's its face? The Muna? This is the real one. I think this is the one with 3 tiers. I'll take it, you know, why not? I don't know if I'm gonna be like dedicatedly... Holy shit, I shouldn't have done that. I was thinking like, oh, I would do too much damage if I use something strong, so I'll use like a resisted move. Holy shit, this thing is actually pretty strong. Alright, that was decent damage. Alright, well, let's catch him. Yeah, so this is a psychic type. It's a special attacker. That's probably conducive to my cause here. I have a full physical team right now. Oh, come on, man. Don't be like that. Wait, do items count as like Pokeballs? I can use Pokeballs, right? Yeah, Pokeballs don't count. Alright, so I don't know what I should name this thing. Gothita. What's a goth character? What's that girl's name? I was just watching this movie, Beetlejuice. I don't know why I said this movie. Everyone knows what Beetlejuice is. I was watching Beetlejuice at my girlfriend's place the other day. I don't know... Winona, that's her name. The main actress is Winona Ryder, the goth teenager girl. Right? I think that's correct. I was just recently watching Stranger Things, and she was also in it. That's why I was reminded of it. Will buy berries? No. Alright, I'm gonna withdraw Winona here. Put Dundee #1 back into his box. Oh, bicycle. Nice. Alrighty. A good friend of mine today actually gave me the beta key to a new game, Dreadnought. I don't know anything about it. I probably will record a few videos about it too, you know, just a blind playthrough. You know, apparently it has a bit of buzz around it, but I have no idea what exactly the gameplay is like, and I don't know if it's even like a good Let's Playing sort of game, but you know, I don't know. Might as well give it a shot. Alright, let's take a look at our PC here. Okay, so seeing as I remember that the last gym was oh shit. The last gym, the strongest Pokemon there was level 30. So we're probably going to try and train everything up to 35 before we take on the next one. That shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, they're pretty generous with the amount of experience they give. I think I'm actually going to fight all these trainers again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I know this might be a little bit annoying to watch, but it's free experience, you know? Like, you can't just pass that shit up. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth and such. I always struggle with idioms. Like, I'm a native English speaker and everything, but my mom and my dad are from China, so idioms are not really in the in our normal set of vocabulary that we use when we talk amongst ourselves. So I frequently get them wrong just because, you know, I just don't hear them that often. Like, I hear them like muttered, and then I get it confused. Like, I always thought it was you put a hamper on things, and then until someone told me that no, that just means that you're like straight up mouse trapping some shit. But I don't know, it made sense to me to put a hamper on things. I shouldn't have stayed in here. I'm kind of distracted talking about all these random things. I think it shouldn't be too big of an issue, though. I have Sturdy. I'm pretty sure he can't... Oh, Jesus. Oh, nice flinch. Okay. Never mind. I was just... Oh, it's a speed tie? That's weird. Yeah, holy shit. I actually did half my health. Alright, we're gonna switch on out of there. Should we try to level up Winona here? Maybe. Winona's pretty tanky, actually. I didn't look at her, but from the damage of Rock Smash there, she was pretty physically defensive, at least I think so. This is a resisted hit. Let's take a look. Stab, though. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Alright, now just don't have... Oh, I'm faster than you. Oh, Winona, so good. I believed in you all along. I knew you would come through like this. Alright, never mind. That was not even worth it. It barely gave me any experience. Alright, sure, give me potions. Whatever. Okay, so no more fighting these fuckers. I'm not sure if it's this generation or not that this is included in, but I know that a lot of the other Pokemon games, trainer battles give you double experience than wild Pokemon, so it's just more worthwhile to battle trainers. I don't think that that's the case here, just because they have the scaling EXP thing from this generation already. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be moving to Australia in January. If you know, if any of you people have been there or live there and have any tips or tricks to getting along there, that would be really great. I hear that it's very, very nice, and I also hear that it's very similar to Vancouver, just in terms of culture and climate. So I'm not overly concerned. I'm definitely not a person who enjoys what? Okay. I'm definitely not a person who enjoys moving a lot, though. Like, I'm pretty much... I was born an old man. Like, I just like to settle down and hunker in one area and then just never leave. Like, in my entire life, I think we've moved one time, and that was after I had been living on campus during my university years, just because when I was a kid, all my friends lived in the same neighborhood, and I was just like, why would we ever move away? Everybody I know is around here, you know? I live so close to my high school, and my elementary school is walking distance. So as a compromise, when my parents moved away, they decided to move just like literally one block down, so that it would still feel a lot like everything would still feel familiar, but it would be a bigger place. Yeah, that makes me sound real spoiled. Don't take that too seriously. Basically, I was just adverse to moving for a majority of my life. Still not like overly hyped to be making this huge move, but you know, like I do really want to pursue medicine as a career, and can't really afford to wait around hoping that the North American schools will get back to me, because they get back to me in like May, and the semester starts in January. What? Okay. Yeah, that was actually the main reason that I started this Nuzlocke series. Since I already graduated from school, and I couldn't look for anything super intensive in terms of work, just because... Oh, I should fight that Chinchino. I couldn't look for anything that would keep me super busy in terms of work, because I knew that I'd be leaving so soon. I've been spending a lot of time at home playing games, which is my main passion, to be fair. I do love my video games. I thought I'd do something with it, you know. I've always admired Let's Players. I'm a big connoisseur of YouTube Let's Plays, and I figured even if nobody watches this, I'll have this on record for myself, just to feel like, maybe I'll watch it one day and be entertained at, what I accomplished. I think I'm pretty funny, you guys must think so too. That was sarcasm, by the way. Hope you guys could tell through my permanently monotone voice. People tell me that I sound really monotone. It's very strange, actually. In my own head, like, it doesn't sound very monotone. Like, it sounds pretty expressive. But everyone always says that I sound super monotone. There's not really much I can do about that, though. Oh, okay, we're already fighting the fully evolved stuff. That should be pretty good for experience. Yeah, Liepard, don't care about you in the slightest. I'm pretty happy that we got Gothita here, actually. We really needed a special attacker on the team. Like, we had Cottony, what did I name Cottony? Max, who I traded for, like, Petulia, the NPC trade, and then I released her. That would have been pretty good. She's a pretty good special attacker as well, but since we already have Alvida, the typing didn't really match up well. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay, Minchinos are just wild in here as well. I think these things give speed EVs, which is a little unfortunate. I don't really want speed on my holy, but what can you do? EVs are, by the way, the proper name for the mechanic I was explaining a few episodes ago, where if you fight something fast, your Pokemon gets faster. They're just called EVs. When you fight something, you get, like, 1 to 3 EVs for a certain stat. Some Pokemon give you multiple EVs for different stats, and then it maxes out at 252. I think that's just like because of the bit rate or something. I'm not really a tech guy. I don't really know, but that number 256 is significant in some way. I just can't remember how. Okay. I'm a little scared here. I don't think he can kill me with a Psybeam. Yeah, fuck it, dude. Throw Caution to the wind. Alright, Light Screen's no problem. That move halves the damage of my special attacks. It says it raises the team's special defense, which is pretty much correct as well, but it doesn't double their defense, because that actually isn't the same. It just halves my damage. Oh, that was a lot of experience. Good stuff, Holy. You're doing well. I'm proud of you. Yeah, I remember... That actually sounded sarcastic even to me. I remember when I was, what the fuck is going on here? Are these all trainers? Alright, we're gonna go back to heal one more time, just because we're running low on potions. Probably gonna pick up some potions first, actually. That makes more sense. Wait, this is a house. What the hell is in here? Is this a healer? Oh, please. Wait, what? Do you have wonderful ingredient? Yeah, I'll sell anything to you, man. What do you want? That wonderful ingredient. Do I have some sort of food? Tiny mushroom? Oh, yeah, it's definitely tiny mushroom. Okay. My master. Oh, this is a maid. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't know where this like maid fetish came about in Western culture. Like I go back to Asia quite a bit, and over there it's very common for like richer households to employ a maid just to do like housework or chores or to look after the elderly. And it's like a super non-sexualized position. I don't know where this thing came from. Maybe it's the French maid stuff. Although I sincerely doubt that like French maids actually wear those costumes. Seems very impractical in terms of actually doing the work. Yeah, labor is real cheap in China just because their major surplus is people. Like whenever I go back there, I always get like a haircut and all the other stuff, just because like, you know, a cheap haircut in Vancouver runs you about, you know, 10 Canadian dollars, which is like 8 American dollars because of our stupid Canadian pesos these days. But in China, it's like the equivalent of maybe like $1 US for a haircut, like a decent haircut. For like a fancier haircut, it's probably around the same, but it's like super fancy. They give you drinks, they give you like really nice service. It's like all fancy and shit. But you know, who needs that kind of crap? It's just a haircut. Just buzz it all down, you're good to go. I actually like despise getting haircuts, mainly because I have really thick hair, so it takes like a really long time for haircuts for me. probably like 30-40 minutes each time. And this is sort of like a self-fulfilling prophecy because I think that they take so long, I get them done like once every 2-3 months, which makes them take even longer, of course. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is like a costume. Okay, I don't care about that. Yeah, and so for like 5-6 years there, ever since about grade 11 in high school, what's that in American terms? Junior year in high school, until now, I've been cutting my own hair, but really poorly. I'm a very uncoordinated person. And how I did this is I took one of those disposable razors that you use to shave your legs or your mustache, you know, what have you. And I just would like take a lock of hair and just whack at it. And for some reason, it just comes off. Like my mom's coworker told me about this strategy, and I didn't believe it because I was just like, you know, that makes no sense. Why would that come off? But you know, it works really well. And I'm not nearly dexterous enough to be able to use scissors, so I pretty much exclusively cut my hair using those razors for like 5 years. And the end result was definitely not good. Like I would not say that it was a quality haircut, but it was like to me anyway, it was passable enough that if you don't look too closely at it, it looks acceptable. But as soon as I tell you that, like, as soon as I would tell people that, oh, you know, I cut my own hair, they look closely, like, even just for a slight moment, and then they see that the everything is totally uneven and there's stray hairs everywhere, and then it's just like, they cannot look at it anymore. It just looks too terrible to them. And that's kind of what happened with my family and friends. They all had like a mini intervention for me, basically. They're just like, you know, you're gonna go to med school soon, you're moving to a new country. You can't let your first impression on all these doctors and your peers who will eventually become your coworkers just be that you're, you know, some homeless kid that cuts his own hair. Now, I don't mean to be divisive about that, or derisive, yeah. I don't mean to be derisive about that. Those are just the words they used. Just basically, they thought that I looked too unkempt to be taken seriously, to be taken, you know, as a professional, basically. And you know, I eventually gave in to this reasoning because you know, I do see that apparently physicians who, oh shit, I ate a berry. That was pretty legit. Apparently physicians who don't dress in the white lab coat and don't dress in suits give their patients a larger sense of unease. So even if you're like a filthy casual most of the time, all the physicians who see patients, you know, like doctors do go into medicine because, you know, they care, they want to help people, they want to treat people, they want to make them feel better, right? So they all dress, you know, very, very nicely, not because like a arbitrary dress code, but because it actually does make a difference on patient care quality. Okay. Yeah, Alvida, come on down. Alrighty. Yeah, it was quite the mess of things this year, actually, through my application process. I applied once before last year, got rejected everywhere. But so in Canada, we don't have standardized testing. Like basically, we used to have them at the provincial or like statewide level for a few years, but we removed them as of recently. And I think the year I graduated high school was the year they actually took them all out. So the only standardized testing that you have to do is for professional degrees. So for like, you know, being an accountant, a lawyer, a doctor, that sort of thing. And that's just the international standard. Some of them are Canadian special exams. So I had to take the MCAT. I don't know, you know, how many of you would be familiar with that, but that's basically just the medical commission advisory test, something like that. I don't know the actual initials, but I took that 2 years ago, 2014. I took that in 2014, and they told me that it would last until 5 years, so last until 2019. But that year, in the January of 2015, they changed the format of the MCAT. They reworked it as standardized testing will tend to do. If anyone, you know, I'm sure many of you are familiar. What the fuck is going on? There's so many people here. Holy shit, I wasn't expecting this to be a twin battle. Okay, sure. Yeah, so they changed the test, and I knew that it was changing, and I was like, okay, well, when they change it, they're actually adding a new section, so I'm going to do the the old version because, you know, why not? I can get that done anyway. So I did do that, and they told me that it would be good for 5 years. And what ended up happening is that as soon as the new one came about, all the medical schools, at least in Canada, decided that we don't recognize the old version anymore. We only recognize the new one. So even though it's only been 2 years, this is actually the last year I can apply with my old test score without having to redo it, which is one of the main reasons why I decided to not wait around for the North American schools to get back to me and just accept whatever offer was given. You know, Sydney is a great medical school, nothing wrong with it, but you know, of course I would rather be close to home, you know, be near my family and my friends and familiar circumstances. But because of this because of how they fucked me with the test, or the new test, they sorry, I'm just losing track of my words now. Because of how they fucked me with the new test, I decided that it was too risky to not take whatever offer I was given. Because if I didn't get in, then I would have to basically start from scratch. Like all my stuff I would have to restudy for this test and then re-register. It cost like a few $100s to do. And it just seemed like more hassle than it was worth, to be honest. Alrighty. Okay, so that's probably where we're gonna call it for this episode. I'm just gonna move towards this route because, you know, I'm gonna probably record the next episode right after just to make sure we're gonna be on track for these daily uploads. You know, once again, I apologize for leaving that 3-day gap there. Just I was dealing with a lot of stuff. I didn't really have time to record, but hopefully things will get back on track now. If you enjoyed the episode, you know, please leave lots of comments. I love reading them. They make me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. And if you enjoyed it, I hope to see you again here for another episode tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.